A boy accidentally stumbled upon a murder scene. He checked the situation in shock, but just then, a man holding a blood-stained knife looked at Jack in astonishment. Jack's pupils instantly widened in fear, and he turned and ran out the door. However, he was so frightened that he was accidentally hit and killed by a car while crossing the street. Looking at Jack's cold corpse lying on the ground, the man seemed to be filled with guilt. Although he had killed his wife with his own hands, he seemed to have no intention of doing anything to Jack. But in the end, Jack still died because of him. The scene then shifts to 25 years later. The protagonist, Mary, had just moved into a new home with her daughter. Not long after, while Mary and her husband were tidying up the house, they found an old TV and camera in a cabinet. On the TV, there was a dusty metal box, which was clearly an item from many years ago. Mary curiously opened the metal box and, to her surprise, found that it was filled with videotapes recorded 25 years ago. Driven by curiosity, they tried to open the camera to see what was recorded on the tapes. Unexpectedly, even though it had been decades, the camera and TV could still be used. What was playing was the deceased Jack, which meant that Mary's family had moved into the place where Jack used to live. Just then, when the husband took out the videotape, something strange happened. All the lights in the house suddenly started flickering, and then, with a click, the old TV miraculously turned on by itself. Not only that, it was also broadcasting detailed news of Jack's murder 25 years ago. At this moment, the family still didn't know that their fate was quietly changing. Soon, it was late at night, and the eerie things happened again. The old TV miraculously turned on by itself once more, and the content it was playing was exactly the same as during the day. The sound from the TV quickly woke up Mary, who was fast asleep. However, just as she was about to turn off the power, a spine-chilling scene occurred. She found that the little boy from 25 years ago could actually communicate with her through the TV. Because of the news she saw during the day, and now having the opportunity to save someone, Mary decisively spoke up, telling Jack that no matter what, he must not go to the neighbor's house tonight, or else he would get into a car accident. However, after hearing Mary's words, Jack fled the room in a panic. He thought he must be dreaming, but in his fear, he eventually heeded the advice and didn't go to the neighbor's house that night. Soon, Jack returned home and spent a sleepless night, but he was still curious about what would happen at the neighbor's house the night before. So the next day, he sneaked into the neighbor's house while they were out. Finally, he indeed found the murdered woman in the bathtub of the bathroom. But just as Jack was about to leave, the neighbor who had gone out suddenly returned. Left with no choice, Jack could only hide under the bed in the bedroom next door. He also found a watch under the bed. Then Jack witnessed the neighbor dismembering his wife's corpse with his own hands. His methods were so cruel that it made one's blood run cold. Then, just as the man was about to leave with the corpse, unexpectedly, the phone in the bedroom suddenly rang. Seeing the man walk into the bedroom, Jack was almost scared to the point of suffocation. Fortunately, in the end, the man didn't discover him. The person who called was the man's mistress. The woman on the phone said that she had lost her watch and suspected that it might have been left at the man's house. That watch was the one Jack had found.